Victor Gyökeres is a man in demand this summer. The 27-year-old Swedish international has scored goals for fun, totalling 54 for his club this season, including 6 in the Champions League. 6 goals in the Champions League is nothing to be sniffed at. This includes the 3 goals he scored in Sporting's stunning victory over Man City in Lisbon in November, 2 of them penalties. He added to this tally with goals against Lille, Sturm Graz and RB Leipzig. That's no mean feat when you see the spending power of Man City, who have a weekly wage bill of around 4.4 million compared to a lowly 0.1 million for Sturm Graz. However, it's the domestic competitions where his numbers are really impressive, scoring 48 goals in the league and cups. Normally, this would be the moment where a big club would come along with its chequebook, put £67 million down on the table and walk away with their star striker. But this is where context and caution is needed. The Portuguese league is not the Premier League, far from it. Traditionally, Benfica, Sporting and Porto have been known as the Big Three, dominating the league table. In fact, Boa Vista is the only team outside the Big Three to win the league this century. And before that, you need to go back to Belenenses in 1946 for the only other time a Big Three team didn't win the league. That's right, the Portuguese league began in 1934 and it has only not been won by Sporting, Porto or Benfica twice. So why is this? The best indicator of final league position is how much you have to spend on wages. Cup competitions are less prone to this due to the individual one-off nature of games. But with multiple games over an extended period, such as a league, the numbers blend out to reflect this trend. And when the league is repeated over multiple years, you'll have a good indicator of roughly where teams will finish on average. So here's the Portuguese league, finished with the Big Three at the top. And here's how it looks if you add in the average player wages, with Benfica spending around £900,000 per week on player wages and £56,000 per week for Boa Vista. And if we sort it by wages, you can see how far ahead Benfica are in terms of how much they can afford to spend on players versus their competition. The Big Three scoop up the best talent and everyone else is playing to survive or win a domestic cup. However, it's hard to understand what this huge difference in wages really looks like, unless you swap out the Portuguese sides with English clubs with equivalent wage budgets. All of a sudden, you'll see you have Brentford, Sunderland and Sheffield United battling it out for the title in a division full of League One and League Two sides. And when we look at the goals Gyökeres has scored this year, including 6 against Estrela and 5 against Boa Vista, in reality, have these goals really been scored against sides like Chesterfield and Walsall? So this is the risk with Gyökeres and why clubs should be cautious if they assume he'll deliver the same returns in England. Are we seeing an elite level striker, or are his numbers misleading, suggesting a player that could struggle in the English top flight similar to other players who have made a similar journey from Portugal to the Premier League?